If you haven't been to Buffalo since the last time that West Virginia opened up the NCAA Tournament here in 2010, let me tell you, you may not recognize the place. And I don't just mean because it snowed all week. This is a town that has undergone a major revitalization. The downtown area is virtually unrecognizable from just about a decade ago. This is also one of my favorite food cities in all of America. And so today, I'm going to take you around to some of my favorite spots to grab a bite to eat and also show you how Buffalo is a city on the rebound.
People need to come to Buffalo because it's not what they would expect. It is truly the unexpected destination and is a great comeback story for any major American city. Over the last few years, we've had over 25 new restaurants that have opened up just in the downtown core as well. We've had an explosion of hotel inventory, new hotels that have come on board. But one of the biggest projects has been at our canal side, at our waterfront, with the Harbor Center as well as Canal Side Buffalo, with all of the great activities that are programmed there throughout the entire year.
Buffalo has always been a beer town for sure, and so always enjoyed its bars, to sit down at the bar and just relax over a beer. It's what we do in Buffalo. I frequently say that it's not competitive, it's collaborative. You know, we're all small, fairly new businesses. We're not competing against each other. You know, we frequent each other's breweries, we collaborate, we brew beers together, we go to each other's places, we hang out and have beer. It's a very tight community, and Buffalo needs that. You know, we stick together.
Ted's been around a real long time, since 1927. I was an immigrant from Greece, came over and decided to start selling hot dogs to a lot of the workers that were building the Peace Bridge at the time. Opened up a little shack right underneath. People came on their lunch break, and right there it is, started selling hot dogs. Ted's cooks everything we do over charcoal. The reason being, it gets that the skin of that hot dog, breaks it open real nice, gives a nice real crunch, crispness, nice firmness to that hot dog.
My parents started Anderson's Frozen Custard in 1946. They just had frozen custard, and it was a unique recipe, and we still have that recipe today. Now, Teddy from Ted's Hot Dogs was his friend and across the street, and he had hot dogs. Well, my dad was not going to have hot dogs and hamburgers or French fries because Teddy had them. Now, Kimmelweck was a German roll, and it was already in Buffalo, but it wasn't huge. This was in the 60s, and he said, okay, I'm going to make that the primary sandwich that we're going to run the concept on beef on wick. It was served in most establishments now because they know it's different. Buffalo food is unique. You have good food pretty much everywhere you go, and it's very competitive. For years it's been competitive economically because Buffalo has not been in the best place it could be economically. So the restaurants that made it and people who got the traffic were the good ones, the ones who cooked well and had great chefs. So now Buffalo's just used to that, and restaurants don't survive unless they have great food. So beef on wick is one of them.
And hey, it may have been snowing outside, but you better believe that if I get a chance to have some frozen custard at Anderson's, I am taking advantage of that opportunity. You know, the next time that you're in Buffalo, make sure you take advantage of the revitalized downtown scene. And there are so many culinary options, but these are just two of my favorites, Ted's and right here at Anderson's. Thanks for joining me for a taste of the town in Buffalo, New York.